Hello, flourishing souls. Welcome. My name is Marley, and I am a Reiki master, clairvoyant, empath, and I specialize in past life readings. Today, we're going to be tuning into what kinds of past lives might you have experienced with a particular romantic interest or romantic partner. It could be someone who you're currently with or someone who you're just interested in romantically. We're going to look at what kinds of past lives have you shared with this particular person, and how might these past lives be impacting you in your current life. And so we will be kind of going deep into the dynamics, the underlying dynamics that your soul has with their soul. And I'm not going to hold back anything. I will do my best to warn you guys if I'm going to share any sensitive information. But with past lives, it can be a bit intense, and so I'm just giving y'all the heads up that past life work can bring up a lot, and I don't hold back anything because I think it's important not to. There will also be an option for an extended healing video, which you can find the link for below, which will be focusing on clearing the past life karma that came up in your particular reading. And it's gonna look different for everyone. It may involve some cord cutting and generally healing of the past life karma and the deep-rooted wounds that the soul may still have within themselves regarding this particular person and this connection. Or it could be other past lives that could be impacting this connection that may not even involve this particular person. We will see past lives can be pretty complex and broad, and we're going to be looking at a lot of them in this reading. Often there's several that come up at once because they all kind of intertwine together, and we get caught up in these karmic loops where we experience the same thing over and over again. And so that's what we're going to be shining light on and focusing on, clearing these karmic loops. The extended healing is about $4 to $5 depending on if you rent or buy the video. And I will share more at the end of each of these readings on what that healing will include based on what comes through in the reading. So if that interests you, again, there will be a link for that down below. One more thing is I do offer one-on-one readings. If that is something that you are interested in, there is a link for that down below in the description. And you can kind of learn about what kinds of past life readings I offer you individually. And I am really discerning about who I give my readings to, and so I will be tuning into whether it is aligned for me to give you a reading if you do reach out. And so I ask that, even though it says on my website to send me the payment and then message me, I ask that you just message me either on my email or my Instagram and let me know that you're interested in a reading, and I'll let you know if I feel that it is aligned. So let's get started with this reading. Tune into which crystal you feel drawn to and the person that is on your mind, and see which card you feel drawn to. This is going to be group 1, this is group 2, and this is group 3. My nails may be a little bit dirty, and I apologize. I was just outside playing with my dog in the mud. Anyways, so see which crystal you feel drawn to. I can also hold them each up. I don't know what each of the crystals are called, but We have a nice purple one here, possibly amethyst. That's for group 1. Group 2, we have this nice mushroom guy, potentially adventuring, though I'm not sure. And then we have this one, which all I know is that it's from Russia. And it has some pretty cool markings on it. I'm not sure the camera is capturing, but yeah, so once you choose which card you feel drawn to, which crystal you feel drawn to, you can scroll down to the description below and find the timestamps, which will skip you ahead to your particular reading. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video to tune deeper into which card you feel drawn to, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, group 1. Welcome. Let's get started on your reading. Here's your guys' crystal. And we're gonna see what card I pulled here. All right, so we have incarnations. Many lives lived, many lessons learned. We are ending these karmic cycles and closing contracts. Wow. So already we're getting this general idea that you and this particular person have lived many incarnations together. I'm seeing a lot of different animals on these cards, and so I get the idea that you and this person may have been incarnated as different kinds of animals before. I'm actually seeing you and this person incarnated as kind of like obscure animals, like two animals that shouldn't be friends being friends with each other. Or I guess it's hard to say animals like being lovers, but just kind of like seeing like a bird being a lover with like a wolf or something. This is gonna be different for each of you who are watching this, but I'm picking up that you and this person have been like soulmates with each other as animals and for many lifetimes, and particularly many lifetimes on Earth, because we actually have the Earth in this card. And the way that I do readings is I really just notice what I feel drawn to in the card. I don't really base it off of the meaning of the card as much as what I feel drawn to in the card and what I'm seeing visually and picking up on energetically about you and your connection. So we're gonna pull some cards for you guys just to get a clarifier on what general energy went down between you and this person. What is the general energy of the past lives that you've shared with your person, the person on your mind? What past lives have you shared with the person on your mind? We have the unknown card. That's really interesting. Six of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Seven of Wands reversed. So interesting that I'm gonna clarify this unknown card because that is really strange. Also, you might notice there's like a bite out of this. My dog took a bite out of this card. Okay, so pulling a clarifier for the unknown card. Nine of Swords. Okay. We have a lot of crows in this picture. And we have at the bottom of the deck 10 of Pentacles reversed. So I feel like you and this person have had a lot of, well, I get a lot of sweet energy generally underlying this connection, like this heartwarming energy. It feels very, very heartwarming. But I will say that there feels like there's some kinds of misunderstanding, and this card is very witchy. So one of you could be, okay, I'm hearing dark magic. I'm hearing, okay, so I'm seeing very, like, a lot of magical creatures, a lot of you and this person maybe were connected to each other in Avalon or somewhere like Avalon that was very magical and mystical. That could be somewhere where you've known this person. Interesting that we have this woman sleeping and we have the unknown card here. So what we have here is there's like this sense of being unaware of the connection, or being, oh, interesting, like there may have been a past life where you and this person were kind of at opposing sides of each other and were asleep to the underlying like connection, where you and this person have also been soulmates and lovers before. Like that feels like the core of this connection. But there's like this, you were on opposing sides in a past life, and because I was picking up on Avalon, it could be opposing sides in Avalon, like opposing sides of, one of you might be might have been very, very magical, and one of you might have been very earthy and very rooted and very like human. Not that humans can't be magical, but like very grounded in their human essence, if that makes sense. There's also some deep heartbreak that we have over here. We have one of you like walking away, but I feel like what's happening, there was like, I'm hearing like a battle gone wrong. So someone may have been either horribly wounded in a past life, and then their partner felt completely abandoned. I'm getting a lot of kind of Avalon energy, and we have this dragon, we have these this witchy energy, and I just get this like opposing sides. So it's possible this could come out in your current life as you and this person being a little bit at odds with each other. It could come out as being kind of back and forth energy. But there is like a core magical energy between you two that is like kind of indescribable, it feels like. We have, with this 10 of Pentacles reversed, I get this like distrust that you and this person had towards each other because you were on opposing sides. But there was an attraction because you've also lived many lifetimes before that with that person where you were not on opposing sides. It's like because of the circumstances you were born into in a certain past life, I feel that was in Avalon, there was like opposing sides. And a little backstory about Avalon, I think this came up in another reading recently, but Avalon had there's just kind of a lot of chaos that I feel like happened. I'm still dissecting Avalon, so I actually have been still learning about it, but I feel like from what I have picked up on and what I'm picking up on in this particular reading is that there was like kind of like magical beings who practiced witchcraft and practiced magic that were, well, okay, I'm seeing like multiple incarnations in Avalon where you're on opposing sides. And one of them, one of you was very magical, very witchy, or very wizardy, had all these magical gifts, and the other one was just very grounded, very earthy, and they were part of the group of beings who were, you know, kind of feared magic and feared what the magical beings were capable of. There were a lot of magical beings there who kind of did bad things. I'm also seeing another incarnation there where you both had magical gifts, but you were still on like opposing sides of like not trusting each other. Like there's just this weird energy of like distrust, like, but it's because of who you were incarnated in, like the group that you were incarnated with is what made you distrust that other person, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, there's like this, I'm hearing defeat. One of you felt very defeated by the other one. I'm sorry if I'm like playing with these cards. I know that picks up on the video. I'm setting them down. But yeah, so there's a lot of kind of like one of you, this divine feminine energy that I'm seeing is like, I feel a lot of defeated energy in the back of her heart. And it's almost like she feels hurt by, and I'm saying she, but it could be a he, but this is just how I'm seeing it, and this might be how the past life incarnation was, is if you're a male or a female in this life, or however you identify it. I feel you were a female potentially in this past life, where I'm feeling like she felt very defeated, and the back of her heart is like wounded, but it's almost like it's the back of the heart because that is representative of the subconscious, and that can kind of give the impression that you were hiding your feelings for this person. Like maybe you and that person weren't supposed to have feelings for each other. There's like certain circumstances where you and this person weren't supposed to have feelings for each other, but it runs so deep. You've had so many incarnations with this person, and there is this love between you two. So yeah, with this energy, this divine masculine energy, it's like there's this warrior energy, but I feel like something they did made this person feel really defeated. Like there's this person maybe felt kind of backstabbed by this person in this past life, and I get a lot of warrior energy around this person. It's still a little hazy what went down here, but I sense Avalon again. Like, I sense dragon, I sense fighting a war. I sense that something they did, though, really hurt this person, and I feel like maybe it's not clear because that's going to be different for each of you, but ultimately maybe it's not coming through because it doesn't totally matter exactly what it was, just that there's this hurt in the back of the heart of this, like, can I fully trust you? And it's not like this trust, it doesn't feel like a distrust of, like, are you gonna go after someone else? Like, can I trust that you won't try to be with my friend or something? Like, it doesn't feel like that. It's like this distrust of, like, you betrayed me, or you betrayed my people, or I can't trust that you won't put my life in danger, or put my people's life in danger. Or it feels more like political a little bit. If that's even the word that I can use, I'm not sure. But yeah, really interesting. I'm gonna pull some clarifying cards here, like how, first of all, how I feel like this could impact you in your current life is still having those wounds in the back of your heart surrounding this particular person, and this uncertainty of whether you can trust that person, whether you can trust that that person is on the deepest level. It might just come out in this current life as having a difficulty in allowing them in, and trusting their love for you, and allowing it to, you know, come through. It also could come across in this life as having some cords with this person where you have a difficulty with letting go of them. Like, there's this there's like, it's like you and this person incarnated into many lives where you and them were not really supposed to love each other, or you weren't supposed to. There was opposing sides. Maybe you were asleep to the connection, and it's almost like you're feeling the hurt in this current life, potentially surrounding being asleep to the connection in past lives with this person, or being kind of in battle with this person on, like, opposing sides, two groups of opposing sides kind of thing. But underlying, there's this, like, again, there's a sweet energy, and the animals, you and this person were, like, loved each other so much, you overcame your animalistic instincts in other past lives before that. So it's like we're clearing out a lot of drama, like a lot of, like, intense energy. Okay, we're gonna clarify these cards. Clarifying, what else can you tell us about the past lives with group 1 and their person on their mind? So we're clarifying with a mermaid deck, so it's all going to be mermaids. 7 of Cups. What else can you tell us about past lives with the person on? Okay, I'm hearing voyage. I'm not quite sure what that means. Okay. else can you tell us? Page of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Oh, this feels like you and this person. The Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. And we have Knight of Wands on the bottom. And we also have, it's interesting, like these two feel, I don't know if you can see this card. You kind of can. These two feel kind of like counterparts. And these two feel like counterparts. So I feel a very underlying, like, pure energy between you two. It's almost like, it's interesting that we're going from like kind of the adult interpretation of you and this person to the more child interpretation of your connection. So it's almost like what you need is to rewind time back to before there were all these incarnations of confusing energies, because we also have the Lovers. I didn't even realize it said the Lovers, but I just thought it was interesting. It was like a mirror. You guys mirror each other, and you've mirrored each other for many lifetimes. And I also feel like if this is like a love interest or something, this doesn't necessarily mean like a love interest over a romantic connection. Sometimes we need to just be aware that there's a deep love connection with this person that we've shared in a past life with, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you and that person are, you know, meant to be in this current life. It can mean that, but it also can mean that it can just give you a better idea of what is going on here, and why do I feel all this energy around this person. And clearing the past life karma also includes, I guess, in a sense, clearing the well, we want to clear a lot of the sort of chaotic energy that I feel is coming up here. And it's hard to even nail down exactly what happened between you and them in these past lives, because one, it's a general reading, but two, I feel like there are several past lives, many of them, that you've had with this person where it's like you've been opposition with each other. It's like I'm seeing you and this person, even if you were not like born to be opposing with each other, like maybe it kind of grew into this like argumentative energy between you two. I'm also seeing you and this person incarnated as siblings in a past life, so there's like a very interesting dynamic that you've had with this person, where it may come out as like sort of argumentative or competitive, which isn't bad. It's all neutral. It's just observing how is that impacting your life now, and what can you do about that. And I think really it seems like we want to clear the past life karma that you've shared with this person in Avalon in particular, where there's some interesting power dynamics, there's some interesting energy here. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull a couple more cards, and we're just gonna look at because I feel like when I heard voyage, like you and this person have like been on a voyage together as souls. You've been through it. Deep down you love each other. There's a deep love there. And there's also this kind of like energy of like you guys being magnetized to each other over and over again, because there's just like you and this soul know each other so well, like you know them so well inside and out. And this card is like each of these cups, I feel, is like every incarnation you've had with them. Like you've had so many incarnations with them. You just know them so well inside and out as a soul. And so your soul feels really comfortable with them, and their soul feels comfortable with you. Yeah, I think like, though I am seeing some past lives where it's like you've held each other back from growth because you felt so comfortable with each other that you haven't allowed yourself to move forward without them. Like there's this tendency to go to them because they're a comfort zone, but is there something even better, and can you do it on your own? And that doesn't mean like if you're with them in this current life, like if you're in a relationship with them in this current life, or not, it doesn't really matter. This isn't saying not to be in a relationship with them in this current life. That's not my place to say. But it's more so like saying that you and this person, it's like there's a need to break out of codependent energy, I guess is what I'm seeing. Like being willing to let that person go energetically will help you to evolve more deeply into who you are. And they very well, like, I don't know, depending on whether they are still in your life or not, there's like this need to let them go in a sense, just because of how much I feel like your souls have like clung on to each other. There's like an individualization that needs to happen. Like I'm almost seeing you guys incarnated literally like growing up together, and like and then being lovers, and like it's almost like I'm seeing you and this soul. This is like a representation of your soul's connection with them, is growing up almost as siblings, but you're not siblings. You're just like you know, two best friends who grew up together from birth. Like you knew each other as babies, and then you grew up together and were just always in each other's lives. That's what it feels like, is the overall energy of your guys's connection. I'm just gonna pick up these cards. But that's like the overall energy of like your guys's incarnations with this person. You've seen it all. You've been with them through it all. So there's a lot to clear. It's kind of like, yeah, there's just a lot to clear with that person. And they've been many different roles with you in many lifetimes too. They've been, you know, a mother, a father, a sibling, a lover, a friend. Like they've been everything. They're always around. A spirit guide. I was also picking up on spirit guide. They've been a spirit guide for you, and yeah, they're just kind of always there. So this is a really beautiful connection, and I feel like your guides are kind of saying to tune in and make sure, you know, to make sure that this is like a romantic connection. Like you might need to clear a lot of past lives with them so that you can get to the point of being like, okay, well, what is my relationship with this person now? You know, because you've had so many different relationships with this person, and so you might get confused of like, is this might be part of like maybe a back and forth energy with this person, where it's like, potentially, am I attracted to this person or am I not? You might see them as a sibling sometimes because you've been siblings before in a past life. But then you also may see them as a lover, and that could be really confusing to navigate because you've also been lovers in a past life. So it's like acknowledging that and then deciding, do you want to be a lover or do you want to be a kind of more of a sibling role with that person now? Like, clearing the past life stuff is just bringing awareness to it and then deciding how to move forward in this life, if that makes sense. And what kinds of cycles have you been with that person? If you're kind of like defensive with them or argumentative with them, that's also because of the past lives that I was picking up in Avalon, where there was this like kind of battle energy, this like I don't want to say enemy because you weren't enemies, but there's just this like super competitive energy, butting heads, like, because in a past life there was that. There's literally so many incarnations with this person. It's like really hard to narrow it down. So that's something to be aware of, that if you ever feel confused about them or like there's really strong energy around them, like, you know, tune into what might you be feeling with them, and how could that be related to a past life. I believe people can remember their own past lives just by simply being open to it. I don't think it's that hard. I think it's just embodying your eternal essence and allowing yourself to go there and allowing yourself to remember. It's just memory. It's just like remembering your childhood, but remembering your soul's childhood. So yeah, okay, I just went on and on. I'm gonna pull a clarifying card, or a card for what can you do to clear any past life karma with this particular person. What can pile 1 do to clear the past life karma with the person on their mind? Gathering around the power of community. Do one more card. What can pile 1 do to clear? Ooh. I'm gonna just do one card because that was a lot. What can pile 1 do to clear past life? Oh no. Oh my gosh. See, this is like, when the cards go crazy like this, I feel like it's the cards' way of saying there's a lot of energy here. Something else just fell. Oh, I'll pick that up later. Okay. Okay. How did these get so funky? I'm just now looking at the camera and it's very sideways, but all right. Anyways, clarifying, well, actually pulling a card for, sorry, I'm like all shaken by that. Okay. Pulling a card for what can pile 1 do to clear the past life karma with their particular person. There we go. Watchers. Transpersonal. So I am going to read each of these cards because I feel like they're going to hold a lot of wisdom. I love these cards, and then we will bring this reading to a close. So, gathering around the power of community, being safe and secure, allowing help. There are times when you need positive reinforcement from others. Perhaps your journey has made you tired just before reaching the proverbial finish line, when your friends await to cheer your arrival. or where your friends await to cheer your arrival. Know this, you are not alone, regardless of whether you think you are. People gather around to help with your next step as you bring it forth from the cosmos into the beauty of life. There has never been another you before, and you have a unique relationship with your friends, family, communities, and all those who gather to help you in the unseen realms. Now is the time to allow assistance from others. Ask for it and trust that you will receive it. You are safe and secure right now in this moment, truly supported in your beautiful, amazing, complicated life. You are heard by angels, witnessed by the divine, and loved. Yes, loved, now and always by life itself. Whatever your query, you will find the help you need to achieve what you desire, and you will not have to do this alone. Count on it. I love that. There's so much to take away from that. I feel like the main thing that really stuck out was that you can call on your spirit guides to help you clear the past life karma that came up here. That's what we'll be doing in the extended healing. You can also do that yourself. And I feel like the more that you're just open to receiving the healing and trusting that it's coming, the more that you'll be able to receive it. Yeah, so okay, I'm going to read Watchers. Serendipity, the observer/witness, transpersonal. When watchers appear, it is an invitation to stop doing. Pause, get off the treadmill, and take a deep breath. Find the witness within, the one who can observe the fire and fury happening around you, but is not caught in any of the drama. The time is right to step back. If you have a thought or opinion, keep it to yourself. If you have a feeling that needs to be expressed, do it in the shower. Do not engage with the action happening around you. Simply observe. Watchers show up to direct your attention to the horizon and away from the anthill in front of you. Others might think you are simply doing nothing, but let them know that you are helping the sun to set in the evening sky. There are bigger things to attend to. You have spent such a long time trying to correct the course of events and actions of others. Let it be for a short while as you become the observer rather than the doer. The watchers invite you to break free from the linear, causal pace of the petty day-to-day. Rise to divine coincidence, to serendipity, and notice how the act of seeing the heart of the matter produces results. Things happen without you doing anything. Creation unfolds in its own mysterious way, requiring only a sacred witness. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like that also particularly applies with this person being in that observer place and watching your reactions and your natural tendency to want to react and act. And that will kind of help you to kind of unravel how might these past lives be impacting you now, and how can you kind of break out of those cycles, particularly the reactionary cycle, which is from kind of being in, I don't know if I can call it war. I was picking up on a bit of war, but I was also picking up on just competitive nature. There's a lot of competitive nature between you and that person. Rivals, that's what I was trying to that was the word I was trying to think of. It's like, it's not enemy, it's like rivals. You and this person were rivals. It's almost like, yeah, there's this competitive nature because you were rivaling each other. You both were very gifted, and there was this, it's like rivaling each other in the schools in Avalon. However that looked. Learning magic and things like that. and alchemy. It's just really interesting. So you and this person have trained in alchemy, but you were gifted in different things, I feel. So that's really interesting. Although one of you is definitely going to be more grounded than the other, as we saw in another lifetime with them. Again, so many lifetimes. So yeah, that was your guys' reading. I hope that you enjoyed. And if you are interested in the extended healing, which will be about $4 to $5, depending on if you rent or buy the video, you can find the link for that down below. We will be focusing on cutting any cords with this particular person that's no longer serving you. Just to be clear, cutting cords does not mean that you're cutting them out of your life. You're cutting out the energetic channels between you and that person that are keeping you held in repeating patterns in past lives, if that makes sense. So there's like a cord that will connect you to that person when you sort of begin a karmic loop with that person. And when you cut that cord, it sort of breaks you out of that karmic loop with that particular person. So we'll be focusing on cutting cords with this person and clearing past life karma with that person, bringing healing to the back of your heart in particular, and maybe the fear of allowing them in, clearing out the distrust towards that person from past lives. This doesn't mean that, I think that when it comes to clearing the past life, it's supposed to assist you with being more clear with seeing the person as they are now in this current life. They very well could be locked in the same karmic cycles, and so as you rise, you'll see for yourself if they really are aligned with you, and if they continue to grow with you. I feel like the clearing will just involve a lot of bringing your energy back to you, pulling your energy out of their grasp and back into you, which will kind of assist with the clearing of the codependent energy that's underlying the connection. And also retrieving your soul from past lifetimes, pulling you back fully into this present lifetime so that you can approach the connection with a clearer mind and energy. And yeah, so if you're interested in that, you can find the link for that in the description. If you like this video and you resonated and you would like to see more videos like this, where we tune into different kinds of past lives that you may have had, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment any of your experiences with watching this video. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with your reading. Here we have your little mushroom. Put it over here. Actually, we'll put it over here. Front and center. Okay, so let's see what card we pulled for the general energy of your guys' connection with this particular person. We have the human experience. Understand that you grow through what... Oh, okay, I got confused. Understand you grow through what you go through. These lessons are vital in the expansion of your soul in order to ascend. Okay. Very interesting. So I am picking up on kind of a karmic connection here. That is a very broad term though, so we're gonna see what else we have here. I'm actually seeing with both these hands, these are each hands coming from either side. I feel like that's both sides of the connection. You and this person putting hands on this person's head and growing flowers. So it's like, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of growth, I feel, between you and this person. But yeah, let's see. So I'm gonna pull some cards for what kinds of past lives has group 2 had with a particular person on their mind. We have Knight of Wands reversed. We have 6 of Wands. Right? We have 4 of Wands. Oh, wow. There's a lot of passion here. A lot of fire. I'll do one more card. Oh, wow. Okay. Take them. Queen of Cups. Knight of Swords. And the Emperor on the bottom. So this is really interesting. We have, like I said, a lot of passion, a lot of fire, and what I'm picking up on is I'm seeing a castle, and there's a castle in the background of this, and I thought I saw a castle somewhere else, but no. I guess I was picking up on like ruling energy, like someone being a knight for one, but also like being connected to rulers, to like royal families or something. But I feel like you, like this person in particular, you or the person you're connected with was a knight in a past life. Okay, I also saw Hermit, so I'm just gonna pull that out. So I feel I'm actually seeing a knight and a princess, which is like knight in shining armor, princess. So you and this person have had a really glamorous past life together that I'm seeing, where you, oh, okay, it's all like starting to, it's like fire, fire, fire is this overall connection. It's fire. So you guys bring out a lot of passion in each other, but there's a lot of fire, and it's almost like destructive energy, because there have been a lot of different lifetimes you've shared with this person, where one, I'm seeing you guys being kind of like the perfect lifetime. There's like they were a knight, you were like a princess potentially, or vice versa, you were a knight and they were a princess, and it's like perfect. It just feels perfect. Like it was just so aligned for you guys to be together. But I'm also seeing other lives where it's just, there's like this butting heads a little bit, where I feel like there's a lot of, because there's so much fire in this overall connection, I feel like there was a lot of okay, well, first of all, some of you may have actually died in a fire. I'm actually seeing someone dying in a fire. Actually, you and your person dying in a fire. That's really interesting, but I also feel like it's very symbolic. Like, maybe that visual is also symbolic of the energy of this part of this connection. It's like the fire burning you too. And it being really painful, and you know, initiating major growth with this person. It does feel very karmic, like you and this person are called to each other when you need to kind of like be woken up a little bit. There's like a really strong energy there, but it's also like, if it's not aligned for you in that particular life, then I'm seeing that you guys really hurt each other and have deeply hurt one another. So there could be some hesitancy towards the connection in this life from either side of the connection because of this, because you're afraid of the passion that there is between you two. So I'm seeing, well, I feel like one of you may have been an emperor in a past life, and it's almost like, one of you, there's a lot of anger issues that I feel like the emperor had. They were really agitated and angry, and yeah, and it feels like that might be kind of what might bring on fear of this connection, because one of you may have been abusive to the other in a past life. And that doesn't mean that you're being abusive in this life, but I feel like there was like almost like such deep-rooted wounds there that this emperor had, that they didn't even realize that they were being abusive, like emotionally abusive, I feel. Not being emotionally available and being really yeah, there's just really intense energy here. It's like the fire is so intense, it's like scorching. And I feel like that might be a little bit of a illusion for the connection. Like, you've had some really happy lives with this person, but it does feel like there's this kind of intense energy where it's like you and this person kind of scorched each other in past lives. So I do see a fire, and I also see the emperor being deeply wounded and kind of abusive. These are two separate lives. So both wounds that you may need to heal with this life as the emperor that you or this person experienced, it's like they were raised to be like super cold. That's how they had to be. They had to be super detached. They had to make decisions that were not emotional. And I'm seeing them actually having to make decisions. Oh, I'm actually seeing them like just having to be completely cold towards you. So you probably weren't the emperor if you're watching this. And this person probably was. That's kind of what I'm getting, but you know, use your discernment. But I feel like they had to make really a cold decision towards you. Like, like run you out of a town or something. Like I don't know, I'm getting like a weird energy of like the Emperor even potentially having you killed. So there could be actually a deep fear that your soul has towards this person because they may have had you killed in a past life. There are a lot of really complicated circumstances that can lead to someone having someone killed. So I'm not going to say this connection is good, this connection is bad. This is just bringing awareness to what kinds of past life karma have you had with this person. And when you have a past life karma with someone where they may have killed you, that's something to be really aware of, because often that is a pretty deep underlying wound, and that can sabotage your ability to understand the connection and see the connection for what it really is. Yeah, like you may have a deep fear towards this person, and there might be part of you that kind of enjoys that fear potentially, because I'm also seeing another life where there's a lot of power dynamics here, but there's another life where I feel like that this person had a powerful position and you kind of used, I'm seeing you as like a woman and them as a male in this past life particularly, where they were kind of like a powerful leader of some sort, and you were using sex to manipulate them. So there was almost this like you may have deep down been kind of afraid of them, but you also had power over them. So there was this like kind of like, it feels like this like game, and you had a lot of control over what happened with like the choices this person made. I'm getting a lot of manipulative energy around this connection, and it definitely needs to be cleared. This feels like something that potentially may need to be cleared by you actually cutting them out of your current life. If you're experiencing a lot of manipulative energy in your current life, this does feel pretty strong, and what I'm picking up on, it feels like something where the cycle is potentially continuing in this current life. So that's something to be aware of. But if you don't feel that way, if you feel like there's a lot of passion, but you feel like there's confusing energy, first I would say to clear the karma within yourself. So bring awareness to, fears that you might have towards this particular person. There was a power dynamic, and there's also a lot of passion. They made you feel really important, and they were very important in many past lives. I'm seeing them as even like a tribe leader. Like often I feel this person was like a tribe leader, or a leader of, I don't know why I said a tribe leader, but like a leader in general. And in a way you were too, but you also like were sought after by this person. Like they felt drawn to you, and yeah, I do get a lot of manipulative energy here though. So sometimes to clear past life karma, it's to actually just cut people out of our life who we have repeatedly allowed into our lives in many past lives that are not serving us. And remember to use your discernment. If this doesn't resonate, then maybe this isn't your reading. like I said, I don't hold back with sharing what comes through, and so if this is triggering, I apologize. And yeah, and again, I'm not telling you whether, like, what to do with the connection and with this information. This is just bringing awareness to what the connection is, and what sometimes is required to clear past life karma. It's going to be different for each of you. Some of you, I feel there is just a need to, like, deeply forgive this person, but also be completely honest with yourself. I feel like you haven't been honest with yourself about this person in many, 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 many lives. Like, do you really, really feel safe with this person? Do you really trust this person? And is this something that you just need to heal within yourself? Or do you really feel safe with them in this life too? I feel like those are questions to ask yourself, and I feel that you deep down know the answers. Yeah, it's gonna be different for each of you, because some of you, I feel it definitely could be just you need to, I don't know, I'm getting like the connection here is just a lot of passion, but it does feel very karmic. It feels like there's a lot of lessons that you can learn with this person. A lot of expansion that can be had with this person. And I think that that's really beautiful. And as long as it's not, you know, a toxic relationship, and you feel healthy, you feel safe with them, then there's a lot of growth that can be had. But it is important to acknowledge that there's a lot of karma that you've had with this person, and that part of the growth is bringing awareness to what kinds of karma have you had with this person, and what do you need to clear with them. Okay, so we're gonna pull some more cards. This is a Mermaid tarot deck. We're gonna pull some more cards just to get more insight into what kinds of past lives have you shared with this particular person on your mind. The Chariot, Strength, You guys have been through it with this person. They've really helped you out of really difficult situations. I don't feel like it's black and white, like they're good, they're bad. Like, it's not black and white. That's why it's really important to discern what is true for yourself in this current life. And if you're in a happy relationship with them, but you feel like there's a lot of underlying energy, it could be from like very complicated scenarios where maybe they did have you killed in a past life, but it was like really complicated circumstances, and if they did, I'm seeing it being like they didn't know your soul, like they didn't know you. There was like this you know, asleep to the connection, not knowing you potentially, and that's why they had you killed. But I do feel like they maybe did have you killed in a past life, and so that can impact your subconscious, whether or not you actually knew them in that life. Like, I'm seeing maybe you didn't really know them personally, and it's just like, it's something, it's like maybe you didn't know them personally, but that can still impact how your soul feels about that person. So that's something to be aware of. Anyways, okay, pulling more cards. What kinds of past life karma have you shared with this particular person? There's a lot of past life karma with this person. Oh, Okay, I'll take these. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. We have, it literally looks, it's a coffin. That's crazy. And it's crazy because this vision I was having was this emperor in this big room. Someone, I felt like they were a female. Oh my gosh. I felt like they were a female being walked in, like they did something wrong that got them in trouble, and the emperor had them killed. They were convicted of treason. I'm not really sure what that I'm not really sure what that means particularly, like what they were what you might have been doing to get you in trouble, but it feels like it was more minor than like getting, okay, that treason sounds like a big deal, but I don't know, it just feels like strange to have gotten killed. Like the emperor had to be really detached to just be like, okay, kill them. But that was also like how they're trained to be, to, you know, make decisions without being too emotionally invested. So we also have Knight of Wands and Six of Wands. Wow. So I know this is a man, but I initially thought it was a woman. I feel like this might represent you. I don't know why I keep getting like you were the feminine, although this could just be that you were incarnated as a female in this past life. Maybe you're incarnated as a male in this life. But I'm seeing this fire, like, I'm seeing like, okay, this person was very impressed by you in past lives. A tribal past life that you shared with them. Like an indigenous past life. I'm not really sure where. Like I can't pinpoint it, but there is an indigenous past life that I'm picking up that you shared with this person. And then with all these nets, okay, we have a net wrapped around this whale. We have a net wrapped around this hanged man. That is very karmic. That feels very karmic. So there's a lot of karma with this person. I would honestly be very wary around someone who I felt like I had a lot of karma like this with, because it can mean that you don't really know what you're getting with that person or why you're feeling drawn to them. Sometimes we're magnetized to people because we have a lot to clear with them. And here it says, understand that you grow through what you go through. These lessons are vital in the expansion of your soul in order to ascend. So this person is in your life to help you clear past life karma. Whether or not they are like the ideal connection, that's up for you that's up to you to decide. But ultimately there's a lot to clear with them. There's a lot of like root chakra wounds, survival wounds with them, because we have this like coffin, we have this death, like you've died at the hands to this person, and that can make for just a complicated underlying energy. Again, that doesn't mean that they are bad. It's not that black and white, but there's a lot of karma with this person, and a lot of passion, though. A lot of passion, and you guys definitely ignite a fiery spark with each other. You see both these flames. Fire. And it's like, okay, the way I did that, the wands are like almost connected. That's crazy. This could be also two males, potentially. Love connection of two males, but Really doesn't have to be but yeah, we have a lot of fire being ignited here in this connection. So I feel like I keep seeing the image of someone being in the midst of a fire and coughing on smoke. And so that could be relevant if you have any particular strong feelings around fire. You may have some past lives where a past life where you may have died in a fire. And I feel this person maybe has too, which could have bonded your soul a bit to have died together. And again, also is very representative of the overlying energy of this connection. A lot of fire. Yeah. A lot of harsh energy, because this is also ice. So you guys have, you've been through it with this person. This person has saved your life. So there may also be a deep underlying codependency towards them, because they not only have maybe killed you in a past life, but they've also saved your life. We see with this, I'm being drawn to this visual of the whale, and she's pulling the netting off the whale. I feel like this person may have saved your life using their like powerful leadership position, and you may feel this debt to them for it, and they may feel a debt to you because they have taken your life before in a past life. And so there is this like complicated cord that is holding you to each other, and which could be skewing your ability to see the connection in this life for what it is. It could be creating resentment towards this person because you feel bound to them in some way. And yeah, so I feel like there's a very strong cord that needs to be cut with this person so that you can pull yourself back into your own energy and and feel into what is best for you. But I do feel a lot of growth with this person. I do feel like there's a lot of pain that you've endured with this person in past lives, but there's a lot of strength. Oh wow, strength. There's a lot of strength that you've taken away from being with this person. They've taught you a lot. Your soul has learned a lot from them, and your soul could continue to learn a lot from them. And so very, very complicated past lives that I'm getting, and as they clear, I think that will make it clearer for you if there's someone who could really assist you with ascending deeper, or if you feel like it's time to step away from them and move on. Sorry, I just dropped a card. Or however you approach the connection with this person, it will be easier to know how to approach them when the past life karma is cleared, when the cord is cut between you two that is, linking you two because of like life and death situations. There is a sense of loyalty that your soul has towards them. There is also past lives though where they have like been untrustworthy towards you. It really, really depended on the circumstances and the lifetime that you were in and your relation with that person, because sometimes they were the most loyal person to your soul and deeply trustworthy and assisted you with ascending on a much deeper level, like they were very, you learned a lot basically from them. You grew a lot from them. There were also lives where they were not trustworthy to you. You were not trustworthy to them. And you weren't a priority. And yeah, and so that is something to be aware of, that there's a lot of different dynamics here. So what your connection is in this life, again, will be easier to understand as you bring awareness to the fact that you've had many different dynamics with this person in past lives, and they've been both very trustworthy and very not. And so that sounds very harsh, and I apologize for if this is triggering, but that's just kind of what I'm picking up on here. Again, it's kind of be aware of what is going on here, but ultimately you know deep down what this connection is, and remember to use your discernment, because I feel like you have the ability to tune into your past lives yourself just by tuning into your own memory, just like how you remember your own childhood, and you can remember your past lives just the same. Just trust your intuition. So yeah, if this settles well, if this settles for you, if this resonates, then it's probably true. So yeah, but I really don't like this. Like, this just makes me think so many cords that need to be cut with this person, not just one. Like, and again, I just keep getting this, like, untrustworthy, like, they have been untrustworthy to you in past lives. But they're also very drawn to you, so it's very complicated, and it feels like I keep running in circles, because I'm like, they've been trustworthy, but they've also been very untrustworthy, and it's kind of the general energy here. But the fact that we have this front and center, a coffin, like, wow, that kind of says a lot. So yeah, again, take what resonates. Okay, so we're gonna pull a card for what can you do to clear the past life karma that came up in your reading. What can group 2 do to clear the past life karma that came up in their reading? We have a tidy house, clarity and organization. I'll do one more card. Netcaster, preparations come to fruition. So I'm going to read these out loud because I just really like the wisdom in these particular cards. So I'm going to read, what does a tidy house say? So, a tidy house, clarity and organization, a thorough inventory, an auspicious symbol. If your emotional world feels messy and unruly, you can't seem to get clear, it's time to see how your environment is affecting you. Although your inner world has a huge impact on what shows up in your outer world, the reverse is also true. You can be influenced by the people who populate your daily life and the energy of the objects you surround yourself with, basically everything in your surroundings. Now is the time for an inventory and full clearing of your environment. Ask for clarity from your relationships and do not make assumptions at this time. Clear and unambiguous communication is key. You may choose to let some people from your life, let me read that again. You may choose to let go of some people from your life when this shows up. This is a good thing. Otherwise, you might stay in these relationships too long out of a sense of obligation and social courtesy, when in truth, there is nothing holding you together. Be impeccable with your word. Say what you mean, and be willing to make whatever changes are necessary to clean up your side of the street. If you know you are doing the right thing, it doesn't matter who has an opinion. That said, right now, once you are sure your proverbial house is a tidy one, there is a release of energy to begin new things, to enjoy life, and to know with certainty you are on the right path. Wow, so yeah, definitely feel like that is going to be clarifying for some of you who may have felt like, should I stay with this person? Should I start something with this person? Or if you're feeling kind of this like off feeling about this person and you feel like, should I cut them out of my life? This card, I feel like, is very clarifying for that. Like, yeah, if you're feeling that way, then it's probably a sign to cut them out of your life. Based on everything that came up in this reading, sometimes, actually often, for past life clearing, we can do all the energetic clearing, we can do all the emotional healing, but ultimately, if we are not taking the action that is aligned with our emotions and with our inner deepest feelings, then we're not clearing the karma. Part of the karma is taking the action that is aligned with your soul and higher self. And yeah, so I also am seeing someone kind of in denial, staying with someone because they're just denying that it's not working. But yeah, this is kind of like, I feel like an opportunity to kind of think again, like, is this right? Or am I just like being totally honest with yourself, I guess, like what we were talking about. Again, it's going to be unique for you, but that was, wow, that was very clear message from that card. So we're also going to read Netcaster. Preparations come to fruition, a surprise, a result beyond expectations. The netcaster arrives to tell you to stop praying for the fish. They have arrived, and it's time that you cast your net, lest they swim away. Everything that you long for is within reach, but it has been so long since your prayers were answered that you have forgotten how to receive what is being offered to you. Put down the prayer beads and open your arms and your heart to rewards beyond measure. Cast your net. Take the next step that you have been planning for so long. Remember that the fish wait for no one, so time is of the essence. Heaven and earth are in perfect alignment for your victory. The stars are positioned for success. The only one who can spoil the perfection of the moment is you. If you ask, do I really deserve this? You will sabotage the magic and shatter the crystalline flawlessness of the now. The netcaster can also arrive to bring you bad news, to tell you that you have been snared in someone's trap. Oh my gosh. What? So many nets. This is crazy. Okay, I just had to pull that out. Sorry, let me read that again. The netcaster can also arrive to bring you bad news, to tell you that you have been snared in someone's trap and must wriggle free. Right now, it feels comfortable enough, even as the net begins to tighten around you. What? Okay. Do not wait until it is suffocating you before realizing you must escape and run for your life. It is still early enough to exit gracefully. Bid your time until all the conditions are right. Go to your places of stillness, of deep quiet, and watch for the signs that a new opportunity has arrived. Right now, you are patient because you feel that things will go your way. Learn to be patient with the people and situations that are more challenging. What? Learn to be patient with the people and situations that are more challenging. Interesting. So it also could be, this could be saying that maybe this person is like safer because you don't, sorry, I had to pull something away from my dog. But maybe you feel safer with this person because you don't have as strong feelings with them as you would for someone else, potentially. That's something to be aware of. But wow, that was a huge message. I was also seeing someone, because it was saying earlier in this description, take the next step that you have been planning for so long. Almost like feeling like maybe this person is holding you back at this point from the growth that you need in your current life. Like maybe you're outgrowing them. Maybe you're needing to move on from them so that you can do the things that your soul is here to do and is setting out to do. And they might have this hold on you that's holding you back. Yeah, it's, wow, both of these cards were kind of saying like, had pretty clear messages of like, be aware of this connection, which is really what was coming through. And crazy that this one was all nets, and we have net, like this net here, like so many nets. Are you serious? It's crazy. So lots of cutting, and yeah, I mean cord cutting, but also like part of cord cutting. Sometimes I find with someone where I have a really strong karmic tie to, the only way to fully cut cords with them is to cut them completely out of my life. And that's just a personal experience where sometimes the only thing I can do is block a person, and that's how I can ultimately sever the tie, cut the cord completely, unfollow them on my social media and things like that. Yeah, so that was just the messages that were coming through. Not really getting anything else. Again, use your discernment, tune into yourself, be honest with yourself, and you know, deep down you know if this resonated or not. And yeah, this was your guys' reading. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope it was clarifying for you. If you are interested in the extended healing, you can find the link for that in the description. The extended healing is going to be focusing on cutting cords with this person. We're going to be doing the energetic work, although I did feel like this reading was talking a lot about doing the physical work of cutting them out of your life. But the energetic work is going to, and again, only cutting them out of your life if that resonates for you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. It's really what you feel. But that being said, this healing is going to be focusing on cutting cords with this person and clearing your energy of their energy so that you can, you know, come back to yourself, come back to your own intuition, and feel more clearly what your soul feels towards them. We're going to clear the past life karma that you've had with this person. Although sometimes we have past life karma bubbling up to show us that someone is still in the same karmic loop. And that was something I was picking up on for many of you who are potentially watching this, is the person you're dealing with is kind of still in a karmic loop, a karmic pattern of repeating cycles from their past lives. So But we will be focusing on bringing healing to your soul, bringing healing to what kinds of wounds have you experienced in this connection, and bringing your soul essence more fully into your physical vessel, bringing your energy fully back to here so that you can feel your intuition more clearly, and bringing healing to all the stuff that came up. I'm literally seeing we're going to be cutting away the netting, cutting away all this netting that this person has created around your energy. Yeah, so lots of cord cutting and lots of clearing and lots of healing energy. If you're interested in the extended healing, it's about $4 to $5 rent or buy. Again, you can find the link for that in the description below. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this reading, and you would like to see more, please like and subscribe to my channel. There will be more readings and healing videos coming out soon. And yeah, this is a pretty new YouTube channel, so I am still up and coming. So feel free to share with your friends and anyone you feel may resonate with my channel. I'm sending y'all so much love, and I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. Hello, Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started on your reading. Put your crystal right up here, and we're going to look at what cards we pulled for your general energy of your connection with you and your romantic interest or partner. So what we're going to do here, we actually have 2 cards that came out, and actually in the other 2 readings we had 1, but I decided to take both these cards, and oh my gosh, we have 22 and 02. That is so cool. I'm not a numerologist, so I'm not even going to try to decipher that, but I'm just already feeling synchronistic. So, all right, so 22, soul rooms. We are unpacking teachings from your soul rooms. Take a moment to be still now during these activations. Interesting. Okay, and this is 2, inner peace. Angelic guardians surround you. You are being held in harmony and divine grace. So already we're getting a lot of deep soul energetic downloads. I mean, we have the very cosmic energy here, and I'm feeling, because we have these 2 zippers and they're opening up to the cosmos, I feel like it's almost like saying that you and this person have, like, deep down, have the same soul essence. You're part of the same soul family, and that's a really big deal. It feels really cosmic connection as well. And you have very angelic energy. You're very connected with the angelic realms. We're going to pull some cards to get a better idea of what kinds of past lives have you shared with the particular person on your mind. So, oh, and you might notice there's a bite out of this card. It's because my dog got a hold of it, and I still use this deck because I love it. But yeah, okay, so pulling a card, what kinds of, oh, this came out in the last group. So 6 of Wands. What kinds of past lives have you shared with this particular person on your mind? Ooh. Oh, Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful energy around this connection. what else can you tell us about the past lives that you've shared? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The star. I think I was gonna say goodness and I said gush. Anyways, the star. I have one more card. Okay. 7 of Pentacles reversed. So, let's see what we have at the bottom of the deck. 4 of Swords. Actually, I'm just gonna pull one more. Death reversed. Okay, that's so interesting because we have this card feels like death to me, honestly, and this one is like death reversed. So really interesting. Okay, so the way that I interpret these cards is really based off of what I see, based off of the cards that I'm picking up on. Did that even make sense? I'm sorry, I'm a little, wow, my words. I've been doing this for a while. Okay, so the way that I do these readings is I look at the card, and what kind of visions I get from the cards is what tells me about what's going on with the connection. So I don't pay too much attention to the meaning of the card unless it seems relevant. So that's just something to be aware of. But yeah, I'm getting, first of all, I feel like you and this person may be very connected to Sirius, which is a planet, it's a water planet, and it's very cosmic, and I feel that the Sirians are very, very healing. They have been trained to be healers, and, yeah, so there's a lot of healing energy that we have here that maybe you have, but I also feel like your connection brings out in each other a lot of healing energy. I'm hearing the word triumphant as I'm looking at this, which is just making me think that you and this person have shared past lives where you've had a lot of happiness and victory and success. You also bring a lot of balance to each other's lives, or you have in many past lives. Again, very, very cosmic. You guys you have a really higher level connection, because it's like the past lives I'm picking up on are from a different dimension. Yeah, so the past lives that I'm picking up on are like very otherworldly and of a different dimension, it feels like. Like your souls are cut from the same cloth. And I guess you could call it twin flame, because I'm seeing like your soul's making up like an oversoul. But I do try to stray away from the term twin flame because it's such a complicated term, and there's so many different ideas of what it means. But I guess ultimately it's like your souls are from the same essence, and I guess ultimately we all are, but we also come from different soul groups, and your guys' souls are from the same soul groups. So it's like the connection that I'm getting here it's so otherworldly. It's like your guys' presence I'm just hearing like bends time. Your presence bends time. Don't even know how to describe that, but it's just so otherworldly. And this, I'm seeing like this like angelic energy sweeping around this person. It's like you guys bring out this angelic energy, and like take the fight out of people. She has all these swords, but she's like not using them. It brings peace. Oh, and we have inner peace. Like, you guys bring out a lot of inner peace in each other, and that's like what your connection is meant for. You and this person activate this memory of inner peace because you know each other in the cosmos. You know each other in the higher dimensions. And so when you meet each other in the physical, I feel like your souls are very discerning about when you and this person incarnate together, or when you and this person come together on this plane, in the physical, on this earth, because you're not here to have a bunch of karma together. I don't feel that's like your purpose. I feel like your connection's purpose. You know how you can have a soul purpose, but you can also have a purpose for a connection with another soul. And your soul's purpose is to bring each other back to its original blueprint, its original soul frequency. So, again, I keep hearing cut from the same cloth. Yeah, divine. Yeah, so very otherworldly with this death card reversed. That's really interesting. I don't know why I was just getting this resurrection. Like, with the death card reversed, it didn't feel like it was like resisting death. It felt like resurrection. And that's such a strange energy, but I feel like it's like almost like you resurrect each other's souls in a way. Like, you bring the life back into the other person. So you could potentially trigger ego deaths in each other, but it's also like you bring life out of each other. There's a purpose for you two to know each other, and it can be deeply painful to be in the presence of someone whose sole purpose is to activate your remembrance of your divine blueprint, because it brings up all the karma of everything that you've experienced for many, many lifetimes of like repeating the same karmic loops over and over. It brings everything up, but it doesn't mean that person is that karma. They're just bringing it up because the connection is so pure, and it's bringing that up in both of you, I feel. So there's definitely a greater purpose for you and this person to be in each other's presence. I'm not here to tell you that you and someone are like meant to be with each other, but I am just here to bring clarity as to what the underlying energy is in your connection. And I do feel it's up to you to decide if it resonates or if it doesn't. And I feel that, you'll know if it resonates. And if this doesn't resonate, then maybe choose a different pile. Sorry, that's my dog scratching. Maybe choose a different pile if this doesn't resonate. But it does feel very naturally very pure, and you'll know because it's like they bring out an inner peace in you. But they also, like, maybe you don't realize that their presence might bring up a lot of like things that need to kind of be cleared out, but it's like they are literally resurrecting your soul. Their presence brings inner life back into you, but that doesn't mean, it's like codependency can't survive with the connection though either. Like, it's so pure that it's like that's just not the purpose of it. The purpose is for evolution, which is why I would say this does feel like kind of like a twin flame connection, because it's like the underlying energy here is so pure that it's like meant to assist you with ascending. Although their ego self is a whole nother story, you know, and their ego self, like, may not be on board with, like, the underlying soul purpose of what their soul is bringing to you, but that is what I feel is the soul connection. Is it's this pure energy, and you are basically you're peeling back layers of karma and ego just by being in each other's presence, and it's very intense for both of you. So wow. So you might experience in this life with this person feeling a lot of peace around them, feeling really drawn to them, but then also feeling like a lot of deep wounds come up around them. Like, they might bring up a lot of pain in you, but it's not like in an abusive way. This doesn't feel like abusive. So if you do feel your connection is that, then I don't feel that's what this connection is that I'm tuning into. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna pull some more cards from my Mermaid tarot deck to clarify more what kinds of past lives has and the reason why I'm not getting like a particular past life right now, except for like seeing victory, seeing like a group of people cheering, must be like a soul family. But no, this is like super high dimensional. Like, there's a lot of higher dimensional stuff here, so it's really hard to explain. But I'm almost more just seeing two energies that are your souls as one from the same blueprint, which is like so high dimensional. So, okay. What else did this say? We are unpacking teachings from your soul rooms. Take a moment to be still now during these activations. Yeah, your soul is being activated by this person. That's why they're on your mind too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and again, I don't read the future. I just read the past and what happened and how we can clear it so that we can create something better for ourselves. Or how we can anchor the past that is serving our highest good more deeply into our present, the wisdom and the beauty and the love and all of that, so that we can create a better future. So yeah, okay. So what else can your spirit guides tell us, pile 3, about the connection that you have with this particular person? Past life connection, sorry. Okay, so 10 of Cups. What else can you tell us about the past lives that pile 3 shared? Magician. Yeah. 10 of Cups, Magician. These are like huge cards. Very, very abundant. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just pull more before I say more. Nine of Wands. Knight of Cups. Yeah, so what I'm getting is that, well, again, I'm getting like this tribal past life. Like, when I say tribal, I feel like I've said tribal in the past 2 readings, and I just haven't really, like, explained, but it's always, like, a little different energy when I say that. So here we have this, like, volcano. So it's, like, somewhere where there were volcanoes, you've had a past life. And maybe in a past life you experienced everything being destroyed that you had from a volcano erupting. I am getting that, so there could be like deep wounds around destruction and losing what you love. I feel like there could be a guarded heart around a connection like this, because this is beyond even romantic. This is like beyond, can I be with this person, or should I be with this person or should I not? This is like beyond that. It's like greater than that. The purpose of this connection is so much greater than that. It is for your expansion. Yeah, and we have this woman with this pen. It's literally made out of a tree, and it reminds me of how all these downloads I've been getting recently of how Earth is literally a school. Like, we are here to learn, and everything we experience here is to learn. And it's like, I feel like that's how this connection is this connection is teaching you about life and your soul, and you're learning more about it's like I'm having a really hard time putting things into words because this connection feels beyond words, and maybe that's causing confusion for you because you don't have words to describe it. You're just like, I feel so much like love. This person brings out so much love, but it's like so vast and so expansive and so much greater than you, that it's like, it's even greater than like, will you end up with this person or not kind of thing. Like, it's like, it's so much greater than you. Like, yeah, it's really expansive. It's like you and this person are so connected that it's like in the higher realms, that it's like, doesn't really matter how things play out in the lower realms. That's how your souls see it down here. That's what I'm picking up on. But you might feel differently. But that's, I feel how your souls feel. It's like there's such a vast higher dimensional energy around this connection. So like you trigger awakening in each other. I'm gonna pull one more card. Page of Swords. So yeah, just like a lot of learning. I feel like you're both in this, and we also have 2 women, so this could be, maybe you and this person are 2 women, maybe you, I don't know, yeah, or maybe you were 2 women in a past life, but it's like, definitely divine counterpart energy, mirroring each other a bit, and I don't know, it's just like they're both kind of like studying, and I feel like that's what you bring out in each other. Like, you guys came down here, you bring out the memory that I'm picking up on of you guys coming down to Earth to learn, and yeah, with the Magician, I feel like you and this person, yeah, there's just a lot of learning energy. I'm not really sure how else to put it. I'm gonna pull a clarifying card for the Magician, actually, because, okay, we have the Hermit. One more card for that. Oh, flying out. 3 of Pentacles reversed. So, potentially this person may be bringing out like a lack mentality in you that needs clearing, which could be from a past life of losing everything and potentially losing this person. It's like this person triggers a death of an identity, and they've done this for you for many lifetimes. So that's why it's almost hard for me to even see a specific person that you've been or something, because it's like the connection brings out a death of an identity. But this, I feel, is telling us that your souls are really expansive, and you remind each other of your expansive essences, and that you're here for a much greater purpose, and your backs are facing each other, and so there's just this like, you push each other into your own energies. And yeah, there's like this reminder of like, it's okay to be in your own energy. Whoa, this is interesting. Okay, I didn't even realize there were like little fairies here. Yeah, you both could feel very connected to like the elemental realms, and I feel like you and this person have lived more lives that are kind of cosmic or elemental than lives when you were like a normal person. I was gonna say a normal person, but that's hard to, like, you know, a human. Because look at how otherworldly this guy looks. What? That's such a weird depiction of the hermit. But yeah, also hermit, you're getting into your own energy. You pull each other into your own energies, but also there's like a mutual respect, because I feel like your guys' souls have just a strong duty to like this strong desire to follow its purpose, and you remind that in each other. You've reminded that in each other for many lifetimes. You've been like collaboratively like acting out your missions for many lifetimes, and specifically in like the elemental realm and like Middle Earth even. Oh, and we have this, she's like in Middle Earth kind of, or look, I mean, she's underwater, but this kind of looks like Middle Earth because it's under, there's like a little opening here. One of you also may be more connected to Middle Earth than the other, and one of you is, whoa, okay, I'm seeing like like you and this person have been psychically connected to each other for so many lifetimes, like where you didn't even realize it. Like you were living out your life on Earth, like upper Earth, normal, whatever, wherever we are right now. And they were living out their life in Middle Earth, but you guys were like sending each other messages psychically throughout the lifetime, which is super fascinating. There's just this like very cosmic connection with this person, and it's so otherworldly, and it doesn't feel very karmic. It feels like more than anything, your souls again are meant to trigger healing of karmic cycles from other relationships. And this might be one that you are, this might be a karmic cycle that you are clearing, is losing everything, a lack mentality, because you've experienced losing things and people that you've loved many times before, and this person may be triggering that healing in you at this time. But wow, all I can say is just extremely otherworldly, higher dimensional, beyond just a romantic relationship. It is about something so much greater. Like your souls have a mission to bring healing to each other in the world, and it's so much greater than you, and wow. So yeah, and I also have Two of Pentacles, and it just makes me think of like you and this person looking at the world and like in awe and just like experiencing it. Your souls are so connected, they're always connected and experiencing it together. So wow, I'm gonna just pull a card for next steps. Normally I pull a card for what can you do to clear the past life karma with this person, although that didn't seem to come up. Like there really isn't, I don't feel there's a lot of past life karma with this person so much as there's past life karma that you've experienced with other people that this person brings out in you. So we're just going to ask, what are the next steps? How can you clear the past life karma that, this lack mentality, past life karma, the fear of losing everything, any of past life karma that came up in this reading, how can you go about clearing it? I'll ask, how can you go about clearing it? Will-o the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows, drifter experiencing life as it comes. So I'm going to read these out loud. If I can find the book. Okay. And yeah, see what kind of wisdom this little book has for us. Will-o the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. Just making sure it's recording. Okay. Will-o the Wisp hovers in her luminescent glory above the twilight moors of your life, whispering you to step into the fog, into the mystery, the unknown. You may have been visited by her before, but though intrigued, you refused her invitation. It would be safer, you decided, to remain on the journey you know. While you always have a choice as to whether to follow her or not, you never know when you might encounter her again. In this sense, turning away has its own consequences. Why is the known so appealing? Wow, it's so crazy. I was thinking fear of the unknown while I was reading this. Okay, why is the known so appealing? It's only when you wake up to its restrictions, its soft prison or golden cage, that you realize there must be more. Will-o the Wisp has come to you once again to offer you magic, but you will have to sacrifice certainty in the pursuit of adventure. Your comfort zone for the dangers of discovery, your well-trodden path for the detours that may very well lead you astray, or will they? Can you accept that losing yourself will bring you closer to your true self? Wow. The profound shift of an epiphany can occur only when you risk the detour and enter the unknown. Now is the time to trust higher forces to lead you into this place, these worlds hidden at the threshold between what was and what can be. Here is where you will learn about your own unmaking to unmask yourself. Love what you discover, dark or light, see it all as divine, and find a quiet, thrumming power waiting for you to channel it into the world for good. The treasure you find, filled with the wealth of love and kindness, true prosperity, is ripe to share with others. She is here for you now. Will you accept her invitation? A great bounty of goodness awaits you. Wow. Yeah, that could be like if you're feeling resistant towards this connection. Understandable why it feels very much in the unknown. Like it will trigger an ego death, and maybe you're resisting that ego death, and that's what we were seeing. But also, because I was hearing resurrection, I don't feel like that's gonna be a problem. It's gonna only resurrect like the deeper parts of yourself that have lay dormant, to be open to whatever connection this person may bring for you, if that resonates, if you're, trust your intuition above all. But yeah, if this resonates, and if you feel like this expansion happening with this person and it feels scary, but you feel drawn in, like it could be something very expansive. Again, you know best though. Okay, Drifter. What lights you up? Experiencing life as it comes, seeking the essence but not knowing the form. The Drifter invites you to step out of your to-do list and your ordinary routine, to feel the breeze against your skin, calling you to follow the wind and explore life's opportunities. When the Drifter appears, it's a sign that it's time to cut the mooring lines holding you to the dock. Makes me think of cutting cords, makes me think of cutting out, clearing the past life karma that's holding you back. It's not important to know the destination before you set sail. It will become clear as you leave port. Do not wait for a map, as there are none to where you are destined to go. But be sure that you do have a compass to keep you true. Yours is your pure love and your intention to be free, even of your own beliefs and preconceptions. Few appreciate the energy of the Drifter. Here, you might not seem to be doing anything worthwhile or meeting someone else's expectations, but you are the only one who understands that others are running full out on the hamster wheel and getting nowhere. Your, quote, laziness is an underappreciated virtue. You know that life will find you and bring you everything you require without your having to search for it, by simply being instead of frantic doing. Even as you let your mind wander, releasing it to go on a daily walkabout, call it back home regularly to deliver news from the cosmos. The Drifter helps you find what you are looking for, even when you didn't think you were seeking anything. Yes. I love the part where it says to call your mind back home regularly to deliver news from the cosmos. I mean, this connection is so cosmic. So cosmic, and I feel like you're just getting downloads and downloads and downloads, and there's a lot to interpret there. Yeah, so I feel like generally you guys have a lot of past life karma with other people, more so than this person. This person, it feels like, is meant to help you clear past life karma with other people, and vice versa. And I'm seeing you actually cutting cords with other people who could be holding you back from that could be holding you back from going into the unknown. Maybe connections with other people, other relationships, like even family members that maybe were not, that could, keep you feeling a little bit afraid of expanding. It's like almost like your connection with certain people could make you afraid of losing your identity. Like, this person is going to trigger so much transformation in you that there's going to be a death. And we see that here with the death card. Like, reverse, there could be a resistance that you're experiencing towards your own ego death. But yeah, we're getting a lot of transformation, I feel, with the soul. And that's like what the soul has been for you for many lifetimes. I'm hearing a guiding force. They've been like your spirit guide. They're just, very expansive. And any of this lack energy that we have coming forward is likely coming from this and past lives of losing people and things that you love, and very catastrophic past lives of experiencing losing your entire home to potentially a volcanic eruption, or a natural disaster of some kind. And so that is also being triggered up by this person. This person is really going to be clearing a lot for you. So, or they're triggering up a lot of clearing for you, which is really deep and wow. And it also feels very scary, like the ego is going to be completely transformed. Like your identity is going to be completely transformed. Yeah, so that's what came through for you guys for your reading. In your extended healing, we will be focusing on clearing the past life karma from, you know, natural disasters, and also cutting cords with anyone in your life that's not serving you, and also clearing fear surrounding your expansion, root chakra healing, because this is very root chakra, to lose everything. That's like survival. So we're going to do a lot of clearing around that and bringing healing to your heart space, and infusing your body with light codes, and what kinds of codes, cosmic codes, are serving your highest good to have infused into your being at this time. We will be doing that as well. So if you're interested in the extended healing, the link for that is below in the description. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe if you would like to see more. There will also be more readings on other connections. I feel like you particularly may have other past life karma with other people in your life that need clearing. So I am hoping in the future to be creating more readings on, you know, other connections with other people in your life, not just romantic connections. So yeah, if you're interested in that or any other past life stuff, follow me. That's what this channel is all about, and also all about healing and things like that, energy work. So if you're interested in that, I invite you to subscribe and also comment below this video any experiences you had while watching it. I would love to know more. Otherwise, I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Peace.